Like, I was that person in the relationship.
You didn't let your partner go out?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh,
Cause, all right, so I guess because I'm all right.
How long were you in that relationship?
wait,
10 years.
10 years. Okay.
All right, why?
10 years.
Why?
So, I mean, I'm still kind of like that. So it's like I'm in the industry and I don't know.
Insecure?
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm a girl. Every girl's got some insecurities.
So
How do you
it's like-
prevent your significant other from going out? Do you
Yeah, I
start
wanna-
a
yeah, that
fight?
works.
Is it like straight like
Yo, my
no?
mouth is lethal.
You tell
I would
them
say
straight
that.
up the
That's
rip,
why I
like,
rap.
listen, you're gonna be in a relationship with me, you can't go out.
Nah,
Like-
I don't say it like that, but I be like, you not going here, and if you gonna go, I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna make a movie.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, like if that's
you
just how I am. I
toxic.
am a little toxic, maybe.
big toxic.
But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of but I wasn't just like that. So he done did some stuff that kind of led to that. So I was just like, if you gonna do this, like I'm not playing with you no more.
What if your man was to go to a strip club? You not letting him go?
If he going with me, cause I like the strip club, but it's like if you going by yourself.
With your boys. This
If
on
you
a
going with
random
your
night.
boys, I don't trust your boys because you probably did something. Like my personal story is you was with your boys doing something. So now if I don't trust your boys, and your boys is always gonna be on your side, so I'm never gonna trust your boys.
Sig, let me ask you a question, right? So my thing is, with that,
You could go with your boys too. I mean, you could even go. Like I don't know. It might sound a little crazy.
It does.
I just
know.
want to ask
It
you.
does.
I just want to ask you,
For
right?
honesty.
I just want to ask you, right? For all the women that might feel that way, is it a trust that can be built to
Nah.
get past that, or it's just always going to be like that?
Well, I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm a person. I give people 100% trust. Once you lose it, you can't get it back.
So why not leave that person instead of being like?
Because I'm also probably a little toxic, so I like to make you suffer too.
So
I'm
does
real
the
life.
same-
I'm being honest. People don't be honest with that. I'm honest. I'm not saying it's
Always the
right.
cute face.
Don't follow me. Yeah, it be like that. So it's not that is not that is right. Don't follow me, people, if you not about that life. But it's like I would be honest. I'm like that. Like I could play. I got time. So it's like, all right, you do something to me, I'm gonna do something worse. Like I'm tit for tat, and I don't mean to be, but I was just God
But
made
if
me
you
like
find
that.
a man
me
that
say one
never
thing.
does anything to you,
Then we
I was
never
just-
gonna be in that
But
situation.
I was just about to say that.
if you find a man that never does nothing to you, and you're in this great relationship, and he wants to step
Then
out
go
with his
ahead, do your
boys,
thing.
will you actually let him step out
Do
with
your
his
thing.
boys?
I'm only like that with a person that get me to that point.
But
Because
let
now
me-
you got me to that point. Now I'm a hunter.
Let me
now I
ask
gotta
you
watch
something.
everything.
Do you think
Can I say
that?
one
Wait,
thing?
stay on that topic for a second.
Let me say one thing.
Sig, you're good. You're good, right? My man has never given me a reason to think he's cheating, and I think at this point I'm just a little jealous. He's never given me a reason. When we go in the room, all eyes on me. However, I'm still jealous. Like, I'm like, where you going? What time you coming back? Who you with? Who you hanging out with? I'm not going, you can't go. And he's never given me a reason. So I would call that
So what-
jealousy.
what was your-
I'm not
No, no,
insecure
no,
because
no,
there's
no.
nobody to be insecure
I got
of.
an answer for you. What was
Yeah.
your past relationship?
I never dealt with cheating.
Why did these relationships end then? If they, not saying that's the
I
number
wasn't
one
ready.
thing. To
I
be-
wasn't ready. I was still in player mode. I was still, finessing and doing what I do.
There we go.
But
All right, let me
Yeah.
just say, all right, Alan, I could speak for this one for sure. Because I'm literally like, I used to literally be a party girl. Like, I would be in the club from Monday through Sunday. Well, shit, right? So when I got into a relationship with somebody, right? I got into a relationship with somebody who was like, oh, you can't go out, you always cheating. But at the time, I still had a 9-to-5, but a part-time job. He would let me go to work, be like, why you going out? But I never had a one-night stand in a club, but I was fucking with a nigga in my job early in the morning. So I started at 9 o'clock, but I would meet him like at 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So that did not stop me from cheating. That's what I'm saying. Like, you stopped me from going to the club or going out did not stop me from cheating.
Right.
You was being jealous. I was cheating in the morning time. You're like, oh, why you don't fuck me in the morning? I gotta work. Like, I'm like, they moved my schedule in the morning time. What stuff? So I was cheating with the dude we will fuck and then we'll go to work.
So Sig, you said that you prevent your significant other from going out, right? Yes or no?
Just say yes.
Nah, it is just, come on, it is just.
All right,
like,
because he have done something in the past to betray you.
he did things.
He did
There ain't no
things.
something. It's
So-
things in 10 years.
What things did he
It's
do?
things.
So why
years.
stay, Sig?
Because I love him.
As you love him.
You love
That's
him?
what you say, right? Love him.
What about him that you love that even though
I
he
love
done
that.
things
Nah,
to
I'm just
hurt
playing.
you, you still want to stay with him?
But you know what? You gotta fight for love. So that's the real answer. Like, you gotta fight for love. Shit gonna happen. You might run into somebody that he never really been in no real relationship. Like, people think time is being in a real relationship. Sometimes you just with them and you used to them. And you doing your own stuff. That's not no real relationship. Like, fighting for love and really doing stuff and really like building together. Like my relationship is about building credit, is about building asset, is about like, family. I got my daughter. Like, that's my relationship. My relationship ain't Birkin bags, and I buy that shit myself.
Yeah.
I get a supporter, somebody that like my music to buy that for me. Like, people don't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty girl, so it's like that joint could come from anywhere. Somebody could be like, I want to take you on a date. All right, buy me a Birkin bag.
So I have a question.
And they might and they might have the money for it and buy it, and then I play them because I'm in a relationship. So so it's like that don't matter. Like, when you a girl that could get anything from anybody, that shit don't matter.
Okay, so I just want to dig a little deeper.
No, I have a question. Right? Because you're saying you're fighting for love, but you're restricting your man from going out. So are you really fighting or are you secluding?
I'm doing both.
But how could you fight something that you're secluding?
Because probably learning from the experience of it, you start learning that maybe that's not the route to go. Maybe this is the route to go. You're not going to know until you actually get on that train.
Let me ask you this question, right? If I take a lion and I put it in a cage, and I take the lion eventually, 10 years later, out of the cage, a lion's still going to be a lion, right? So what I'm saying is, you are saying that you're restricting or secluding your
That
partner.
lion could possibly be a trained lion this time, though, but possibly not.
At the end of the day, when a lion gets hungry, a lion's going to be a lion.
Yeah, I'm the lion.
But he's a lion too.
Nah, he not.
No, he's not. He's loves
air.
her. He a purr.
He's air.
He's big purr.
air.
Come on.
Let me tell you something. As a man, a woman cannot tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go out, I'ma pull up and and shorty, I will smack the shit out of you respectfully. You would never.
All right, cool.
You would never.
Now look,
you would never.
You know what?
understand? So it's he loves her just the way that she
Okay,
loves
cool.
her.
But wait, hold on. No, wait.
No,
But
I
look,
think he's accepting it from
Wait,
gay.
time out.
Talk about that.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what women also do, because you mentioned a very, very big piece to this puzzle. They have a kid together, so he may not be staying with her for her. He might be staying with her for his daughter.
Right.
It has nothing to do with what she's doing. He's not choosing to be secluded because of her. He's secluded. He's choosing to be secluded because she has one up on him with a child.
So he get like my man and be like, I'm packing baby moms up. It's not working. I'm not in love with you anymore. And I don't care that we had a child together. That's not enough for me to stay. That's not enough for me to put up with your bullshit.
Right.
That's not enough for me.
We both
Hold on, let me finish. Let me land. My man, right? You try that crazy shit talking about you want to pop up and you make a scene, you're going to get embarrassed.
Right.
Right?
Hello.
So you have a choice on what type of actions and results you want from that, right? You could be crazy,
right?
But you gonna be crazy by your.
But he might be crazy too. That's what y'all not getting into. Let me tell y'all, some niggas like crazy.
He loves you.
Some people like that joint. That's the flaw. So let me tell you. You see how you got into that kid joint? What if it's the same joint? Like, what if it's the same? What if I'm with you? What if I'm with? What if I'm with him for the kid? Or what if he is with me for the kid? Right? And we kind of fucking up the kid. Right? Sometimes that's the problem.
But why do you stop him from going out? That's what I don't understand. What do you get out of it?
So no.
What do you get out of it?
This what I mean, and I'm not meaning 100% stopping like, oh, you going here, you can't go here. I mean, let's say you say like you going to the strip club, right? And the last time you went to the strip club, you fucked a bitch. Right? Okay. So this time when you say, yo, I'm going to the strip club, it might be 2 years later. Nah, you're not going to the strip club. And if you're going to the strip club,
you're taking me.
I'm going with you, or if I'm not going with you.
What if I want to go to church with my boys?
Then go to church with your boys. You probably
not popping up, right?
Nah, because I met him in the church. But it's like yeah. But is that's what I'm meaning. Like when I say that, let me correct myself.
Like,
yeah, the craziest stuff happened in the church more than the strip club.
But you know what?
But it's like the thing that what I'm saying is not. it's not me saying like, period, you can't go out. Like, yo, you want to go out. No, it's meaning if it's something that was very tender and very serious in our relationship that could have really broke us, and you trying to go back there and you probably like recover.
That's clip.
It's clip. That's
Wait,
it.
hold on, Ella, I'm sorry. I don't want to drag. I don't want to drag it out because we talking about Sig, right? I'm talking about legit relationships. Not saying relationship, but I'm talking about like legit situations where
relationships. Like, we're not doing this.
Situations.
You should not be restricted by situations.
Yeah, not those situations.
I want to
Depend the agreement.
I'm talking about people that legit like I want to go here. I want to go with my friends. Okay, day of, I'm starting an argument with you. I'm doing some petty shit. You're not going out. There's some people, at least she a G. She's just like, yo, that's what you're doing. You're just not doing it. There's some people that underlining, like they do it on a low to the point where they exactly like, oh, I'm going out with my friends to the club. Oh, that's what you wearing? Yeah, you probably go fuck some niggas. Like he's not telling you can't go, but he's making you feel bad for going.
That's the part that makes it bad. Being in a relationship with somebody and they're being passive aggressive about how they truly feel, that they are really jealous. I'm going out of town with four of my homegirls to Costa Rica. I personally am gonna ask, can I go, right? I'm not really asking, can I go? I'm really giving you the
respect.
The respect, right? You telling me, oh, well, what's in Costa Rica? You have something more important to do than go to Costa Rica. Instead of saying, I don't feel comfortable with you going to Costa Rica with a bunch of girls and me not being there. Tell me that. Because then I can make you comfortable in the situation or not. But being passive aggressive and telling me these subliminal messages of, oh, I'm upset, oh, you're going to Costa Rica, you're going to be a hoe, or you're going to do this, or you're going to do that, or I don't really want you there, it's whack.
But
It's super whack.
But that's the part though. Like people be thinking like, oh, if I stop you from going this place, you're gonna stop cheating. That's a lie.
You're not.
I done been places with mad niggas. I'm talking about 100 niggas in a room, and I done been places with so many men in a room. I should be fucking because it's men of value, men that could change my life. And I'm not trying to fuck. I got something at home. I'm just here for a reason. It doesn't matter. Like you could be like, I'm not going out tonight. Okay, I can fuck her tonight. I'm gonna fuck her in the morning then. Cool. That's if that makes you happy because I love you.
Right.
So I'm not gonna fuck her in the club. I'm gonna get her number. I'm gonna still tell her to pull up at 6 a.m. And guess what?
Next month.
He's still gonna pull up. If I wanna fuck a girl on my lunch break, or if I wanna go suck a nigga dick in my lunch break, I could do that.
Right.
If I don't fuck other men, it's because I don't want to. When you think you're gonna put a restriction on a man, or you can't go out tonight, or you always at work at late at night, whatever. Listen, I'm a party girl. This girl will find ways to get to your nigga.
Cheating is irrelevant. Cheating. You're gonna cheat when you want to cheat.
Yeah,
period.
when you want to.
That's a fact.
But it doesn't matter.
To anybody out there that is
I'm gonna tell you
in a similar
when I finish.
situation like Sig, and like not allowing their partners to go out. When you're gonna cheat regardless of anything. Like Danny said, stopping somebody from going out has nothing to do with anything. The point is that if you're out there right now and you are experiencing a partner that's not letting you go out, or vice versa. You know, yes, Sig has experienced that, but it's because she has reasoning. Some of us have reasoning, and some of us are just in our feelings. Whatever the case may be, that's not healthy. That's not healthy, and that's not gonna help your relationship in the long run. Unless you're with somebody that actually cares for you and loves you and is willing to accept those toxic traits that you carry, then great. By all means. But if you don't, that's not gonna work. And that's not the way to save your relationship. That's not the way to help you feel better or the person. You're just causing drama.
I just want to say something because we spoke upon the girl's perspective, and that's cool. But let's speak about the guy's perspective, right? Because there's many women at home who don't want their man going out on a guy's night, right? Also, on the flip side, there's many men at home that don't allow their women to go out. Now, I do think that there's certain circumstances that do play a factor. But what I'm going to say is you have to allow a person be a person. And trying to restrict me because you know my homie be having sex with hella females and you don't want me to go out with him because you know that there's going to be females, at the end of the day, you don't trust me.
Jealousy is insecurity.
Nah.
No.
I don't agree with that.
Let me say this. I don't think jealousy is insecurity, but there's a thin line between being jealous and being insecure. You can't be jealous without being insecure. You get what I'm saying? I have dudes, I mess with dudes that were insecure, and because they were so insecure, they became jealous. It's like they follow each other. They're like brothers, you know? You know, it's like little brother, big brother.
Like twin brothers,
They're twin brothers, actually.
Twin
You
brothers.
can't be jealous and not be insecure, because I find myself sometimes being a little bit insecure sometimes. Believe it or not, I'm so gorgeous. But when I become insecure and I get jealous, because I start looking at the other woman. You know what I'm saying? But it's in myself, I be feeling I'm not good enough. So if I'm not good enough and I see somebody talking to him, I'm gonna get jealous because I feel like I'm not good enough at any given time. It could leave me. So it's like being jealous and being insecure is not the same thing, but it could be the same thing.
So
I definitely think it goes hand in hand. But to me, insecurity is like a form of weakness, you know, and jealousy is just, you know, like some people could be jealous and, you know, like Alan has said to us, like, you may like that feeling because now you're like, oh, they want me to be all theirs. Like, they don't want me with nobody else. They're super jealous. They don't want nobody looking at me. They want me all for them. Like, that's like a jealous trait. Mm-hmm. But insecurity is like a self thing. It's like a self issue. So it's looked at different. I think it's two completely different things. Even though they play with each other very, like what you said is very true, but they're two completely different things.
Yeah, like if Sig has a toy that, like, let's say we was like children almost,
Right.
because jealousy is a natural emotion. That's why I feel like people get twisted. It's natural. It's the same thing as getting sad. It's the same thing as getting angry. It is a natural emotion. If she has a toy that I want and I'm jealous that she has a toy, does that make me insecure over a toy? No. She has it, I want it, I don't have it. So it's definitely, but like Danny said too, it does walk hand in hand. I have a very jealous personality. Like if I'm messing with Rico and Rico talking to Danny, I might not feel like she looked better or she could fuck better or suck better, but I'm like, why the fuck he talking to this bitch? Why she? And you know what I mean? And I could be the most secure person, but I have a jealous personality. That's just how I am with a person that I'm with. But I also feel like it's important to catch yourself too when you're starting to feel that emotion, because that's when you could differentiate, all right, am I insecure?
Yeah.
Or am I jealous? You understand? Because I work around beautiful women all the time. You understand? And feeling away when they come around, that's insecurity, because what do you feel like you're lacking in yourself? But jealousy is just like you said, it definitely comes hand in hand.
Can I disagree? I'm going to disagree. Mm-hmm. I think jealousy and insecurity go hand in hand.
I mean, they do go hand in hand, but they're just two different things.
I feel like if I am jealous of someone,
That's insecurity.
they're sparking the insecurities that are inside of me. So, for example, let's just talk about Danny, right? I'm looking at Danny, I'm like, Danny, you look great in this dress. Damn, if I wore that dress, I wouldn't look like that. I'm jealous that I don't look like her in this dress. I'm not saying distinctively, but I'm saying hypothetically. I'm looking at Danny, you look great in this dress. But if I wore this, I wouldn't look like this in this dress. There is a little bit of insecurity in saying, maybe if I was a little smaller, that dress would look like that on me. Not that I'm not happy she looks that sexy in that dress, but I'm jealous that I don't look like her, and I'm a little bit more jealous than insecure. But I'm jealous that I wouldn't look like that in the dress. But the insecurity comes in is that if I was like this, then the dress would look the same on me.
But it's like she said, there's different situations. Look at the situation that Nikki just gave us, an example of a toy and a child. That's not insecurity. That's just you being jealous over a materialistic thing. Now, that situation may have some insecurity tied to it. That's why jealousy and insecurity do go hand in hand, but they are completely two different emotions, two different things, two different sides, because I'm a very confident person. I don't find myself to be insecure at any aspect of my life, but I have felt jealousy, you know? So, you know, it's different.
So the question was, which is worse, right? And I'm gonna bring it back to that.
Thank you.
Insecure or jealousy? And I'm gonna pick insecure. The reason why I say insecure is worse because that's an internal thing. The word insecure. Now, jealousy, there's levels to it. Like they said, it's the cute jealousy, and it's like, yo, you popping off, and that's my cousin. You don't even know that's my cousin. Like, yo, like damn, like any man around you, that's ridiculous. That's stalker. That's crazy. But I'm gonna say insecurity because that's something you live with. That's something maybe a trauma from young, right? From growing and growing and growing, and you never dealt with that insecurity. So. Yes, like they said, so with the insecurity, it does breed jealousy, but the question was, which is worse? Insecurity.
You can't have insecurities when you're wearing things like this.
Hey.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it is, right? So an insecurity is somebody, or I mean security realistically is somebody just being wholeheartedly themselves no matter what the world or my loved ones would say, right? Or think. Which is worse, jealousy or insecurity? I'm gonna go with a left field, and I'm gonna say I think jealousy is worse than insecurities.
Oh,
Wow.
100%. And I feel like insecurities, for example, is something that can be aided. It does take a lot of time. It does take a lot of patience. As more often than not, an insecurity can be fixed or controlled and not thought of as much. Jealousy is somebody who's just envious of whatever it may be. It could be over possessiveness. It could be enviness of the lack of what they have. And jealousy spirals into a crazy possessiveness and crazy outcome, you know, if it continues. Like, you could say, listen, I don't feel great in this dress, and I could almost more often than not convince you that you look great in that dress.
That's insecurity.
And that's insecurity.
Okay.
But if I talk to Danny and we had nothing sexual, we had nothing flirtatious, but you're just a very jealous individual, you are now limiting me talking to anybody because we're not doing anything, but in your mind, you've made up whatever reasons may be for you to be upset because of your jealousy. Now, jealousy causes a lot of problems versus insecurity. Insecurity can cause problems if they tie in hand to hand, yes. But jealousy could cause, like, what I like to call is unrealistic situations. And I honestly feel like some type of people create situations in their head that are not real based on their own jealousy.
So a man, you're walking down the street and your man looking at another woman while you're with her.
I love it.
You're walking down the street with your woman.
Yeah, with my woman.
And you look back at an attractive woman. Your woman gets upset. Is that a jealousy or is that an insecurity?
insecurity.
It's more so a jealousy than anything. She could be insecure that she doesn't have it, so it turns into a jealousy.
But what if she does and she's upset?
If she does, then it's still a jealousy. So, like, that's what I'm saying. It's always going to be a jealousy versus on both sides of the spectrum versus just an insecurity on the other side of the spectrum.
Can I say something?
Yeah, okay, you go down.
Yeah, y'all go. 'Cause I got something for that.
Because I listened to all what y'all all said. I think it just goes down into what the definition is of insecurity and the definition of jealousy. To be insecure, you're jealous. So I understand what you're saying, right? And even breaking down certain things, right? I can say, okay, I'm a rapper, right? So I could look at another rapper like, I rap better than her. Like, how is she popping, right?
Yes.
But that might be a little insecurity in me, which will flame up a jealousy. Yeah. Because I may feel insecure about myself and not even hating on the person, but because I start feeling insecurities and people is feeding onto it of like, well, they do this, they do that. And I'm like, well, I do this and do that. Now it's building up into the jealousy. So you can be insecure, which is jealousy, but it can flame up of you reacting, being jealous, if that makes sense.
I feel like most women get insecure. That's just facts, right?
I think all
let's just say like let's just say this, right? I'm in a relationship with you, right? We go somewhere in public, you know, we go to an event, right? I'm cool. I see other female there. I'm fine, right? But I know your type, right? So as soon as I see a woman that might be your type, I start like, oh, okay, where you going? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's because I get a little insecure about that. This woman
Why is that not territorial?
No, like, trust me, every woman know when another beautiful woman walked in the room. you know that. You might say ugly girl walk in the room. Okay, whatever. I'm not pressed. But as soon you say pretty girl walk in the room and your man is there, you check the fuck in. That just to say like, insecure have to do with jealousy, because you got a little insecure by seeing this beautiful woman, and because you got a little insecure, you become a little bit jealous. Because honestly speaking, let's be honest, if you're not insecure about this woman that just walking, you shouldn't be jealous.
Every time my man wasn't in my peripheral vision, I bugged the fuck out. I didn't see a beautiful woman. I didn't see an ugly woman who I deemed not attractive.
You just saw a woman.
I just saw women. And I happened to walk outside and he was on the balcony and she sells hookah and he's buying hookah and he's smoking hookah. And I'm like, wait, nobody else out here is smoking hookah but y'all. I don't even know what you, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what you call it. But I just didn't want him outside with a woman alone.
So,
period.
Nikki asked a question, which is more dangerous? And as Rico was talking, it sparked. And I'm gonna say once again, insecurity. I'm gonna tell you why insecurity is more dangerous, right? Because with jealousy, that comes and goes. Like she said, it's like water in a plant. It comes and goes. With insecurity, once again, like I said earlier, it's an internal thing. So you are now going from relationship to friendship to family ship, walking around with that insecurity. So that's dangerous to self. We're not talking about who's it affecting more. Because even if I am jealous, right, and I go beat you up, that's still dangerous to me. But the insecurity, but it's still a problem, because once again, I'm moving to person, situation to situation, and I haven't addressed it. I haven't did therapy. I haven't spoke on it. Jealousy is something that can be more contained. It's ingredients for both, but you can contain jealousy a little bit more. But insecurity, you're looking at it, so insecurity is more inward and jealousy is more outward. So that's what it is.
You're saying that jealousy is more outward, right?
Yeah.
And insecurity is more inward.
Yeah.
Right? But let me give you in a situation, right? Why insecurity or jealousy both can be outward, right? You could be highly secure with your job. You work a great job and you make $100,000 a year. The girls that you love to look at on Instagram are with guys who don't have to work, and they're supplying a whole bunch of different types of lifestyle. Now, since you're jealous, you are now selling drugs. You are now doing illegal activities, which is gonna harm yourself.
Insecure, that's not jealous.
No, it's jealousy. It's enviness.
Insecure.
No, it's not. It's wait, hold on. Because insecurity is jealousy, because you're envying the fact that somebody else can provide more.
I just said that.
If you never seen that, right, you would be secure. So this is why it's more so jealousy than insecurity. If you never went on Instagram and see somebody treating the females in the way that you can't, you would have never had felt that insecurity that you're stating. But I'm saying is going to be jealousy.
Which build jealousy?
So you build jealousy by seeing what somebody else can do, and now you go out and harm yourself by taking unnecessary risks.